Welcome back to Life and Style. I'm Catherine Mwangi. This is now Books and Blogs, and today we have a very interesting person gracing our set, Abraham Mutai, blogger extraordinaire, most fearless man in Kenya, I think.
Controversial.
Controversial. They call you everything there.
I mean, that's what they call bloggers.
Yeah. You go by the name, the handle, at It's Mutai.
Yeah, that's my
But the name Lord Mutai, the Lord. Like Lord Disik of the Kardashians?
Where that came from is quite something I cannot say, but people around my circle call me Lord Mutai.
Why?
Because of some other issues that I can't mention on TV.
Okay.
Yeah, but over time I decided to use it. Yeah.
Okay. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Most people misunderstand me. That's one thing I can say. And those people who have not been able to use online spaces for a long time may actually understand what I do. But those ones who have not been able to use for a long time are the ones who most of the time misunderstand me. So I can say I'm quite someone who is so much misunderstood, especially in Kenya.
Okay, so where do they understand you then?
Okay, I can just say people understand me by what I do, what I have, and those around me, the ones who are very close to me, are the ones who really understand who I am. But by the end of the day, in the world, everybody has opinions about someone. So I cannot actually say that this is me and someone else has an opinion about myself.
Do you crave to be understood?
No. I really don't think I want anybody to understand me. This is because you can never satisfy everybody. You'll always have your own opinions. You'll always have to do your own things. You know, how you understand me and how you interpret who I am is your own problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's not my own problem.
Okay. So you describe yourself as a opinionated political strategist, businessman, blogger, politician. You're a politician.
Yeah, I'm a politician.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it here. Actually, I'm vying for a seat back home.
And businessman, what business are you in?
I run a company here in Nairobi that's away from blogging. So definitely I'm a businessman.
And blogging also full-time?
Blogging also is my full-time, but most of the time I just do it out of passion. Yeah, so, but mostly I run my company here in Nairobi.
Yeah. For how long have you been a blogger?
I've been a blogger for some time. I started way back in 2012. That's the time I got interested into this. I started, I just got into it and I got so much interested. I opened my blog, my first blog. I opened a Twitter page, Facebook, and, I was just into it. Mm-hmm. It was at the height of 2013 elections. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of hype. And that's how I got
So when you started your blog, did you know what you wanted to specify on, to focus on in terms of writing?
This one can also go out there as some form of advice to those people who want to become bloggers. Most of the time, you need to do something that actually you have passion in. Because if you start writing about food and you even don't like eating, trust me, you won't write even 2-3 things. Mm-hmm. So when I started the first time, I can say I'm a politician. That's one thing I can say. And I really love politics. Yeah. And, way back from high school, I was, a prefect. I came to college. I became a student leader there. And when I started, my blogging is at the height of 2013. So I realized that I like politics a lot. And I simply started writing about politics. Mm-hmm. And when I was writing about politics over time, I realized that there's nothing else I can write so good about than to engage in politics. Mm-hmm.
So did you know at that time when you were starting that you'd end up being this huge icon on social media whom, people follow, people want to know what you're thinking, what you're writing?
Okay, I didn't know, and that was not my goal on the first time because most of the time, if you put it to be a goal that I want to be known out there, trust you me, you will have so much to do and you might get frustrated by the end of the time. So I just started doing my own thing the way I knew it best. I even started, blogging for ODM way back then. So I just did my own thing, and I put my passion into it. When you're a student, most of the time you have free time, a lot of free time in your hands. So instead of going out there and doing all those stuff we do, I used to put my time into blogging. So as the time went by, boom, I was there.
Find yourself here. Yeah. When you say you started off blogging by ODM, does that mean that you were working for them?
I wasn't actually working per se for them, but I used to run a few accounts for them. And in doing so, I used to interact a lot with guys from ODM. But I want to make it very clear, now that I'm on a national TV, that I have never worked for ODM. Yeah, I've never worked for ODM.
So is it true then what people say, especially on social media, that there are bloggers who are paid by these political parties to do that work for them?
It's true. There's nobody who doesn't work for pay. Are you here for, I mean, are you volunteering?
You never, actually I am.
No, okay, per se, but you definitely, if you are volunteering, you must be looking for a job. There's no blogger who is not being paid. Every
At all.
blogger. And I tell people, if you are not being paid, you are not a serious blogger.
So who's paying you? Who's bankrolling you?
I'm not being bankrolled, but I can say I work for several people. You know, sometimes you have to, there are so many things we do. And one thing I can tell you is every other blogger in Kenya is paid.
So a serious blogger, like you said, is paid, is on someone's payroll.
The reason why I'm saying that is because when you are blogging, you're doing it seriously, definitely you will attract a certain clientele. And if you can't attract those people, definitely you are not serious in what you're doing. I have friends of mine. There's a blogger called Mutai, this lady, and she's a very good friend of mine. And she's in the fashion industry. And trust
Lucy.
me, yeah, Lucy.
Yes.
She's made a life out of it. I mean, she's even converted herself into a company. And I can tell you that she's a very serious blogger. So one thing I can say is, if you are not a serious blogger, then you are not paid. I mean, simple as that.
I hear you. So people describe you as controversial. Do you see it like that?
My thinking and how I want to put my ideas out there, that's me. How you're going to go about interpreting these ideas is actually entirely your own problem. People may interpret my, you know, I've seen on my timeline, I want to give an example of a post I did a few days ago, and I got almost 3,000 mentions out of it, and all of them, actually almost 2,500, were insults. So now I was trying to imagine, all of these people, nobody even was feeling like, I mean, nobody even wanted to reason with me like, why, Mutai, did you do that? You see that?
What was the post about?
Okay, I did a post about, okay, let me use an example. In the United States, we have this politics going at the moment. So Donald Trump had retweeted a tweet that had a symbol that is being used in Russia. So definitely we understand the Cold War between America and Russia, and you try to associate yourself with Russia, it's a very big thing.
Yeah.
So it actually sparked up a very big debate in USA. It was on CNN and all those kind of, I mean, all those stations. Now, it was just a retweet of a symbol that is being used in Russia.
Yeah.
Now, I also mentioned the same thing. Joha had a cape that actually had a symbol that is being used by Al-Shabaab on their flags. That is Governor Joho. Oh. So I questioned, like, I mean, can we have a debate around this thing? People were saying you're stupid. I just told people, let's have a debate. I mean, it is a genuine debate. But definitely in Kenya, we've not reached that maturity level whereby we can discuss those kind of things.
Civil conversations.
Yeah, people think it is petty, stupid, and, you know, out of this world to discuss such kind of a thing. Yeah, that's me. So
you talked about blogger wars. They're always there. We see them. So you're fighting with this person this week. Is it something deliberate? Do you all do it? Decide let's fight so that we create this, or is it for real?
Okay, it is for real. That's what I can tell you. There are people who really hate me. There are bloggers who really don't like me, and most of the time we block each other. We don't even want to, you know, look at one another. I mean, we don't even want to. But when we meet in person like this, we are good people. Hi. But when it comes to
so you're like politicians.
That's one thing I can tell you. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to your blog. Okay. I see you're very keen on judiciary articles, eh? Why? Why that line of, why that niche?
I've taken that route because I realized that we need, we also need an ordinary person or ordinary citizen's perspective of what is transpiring at the judiciary. And I've done quite tremendous, especially on the ongoing recruitment of the CJ. I've done very, very good articles, and those people have read them, lawyers and everybody alike. They have so much congratulated me, and I've gone even beyond just putting these things online.
I see.
Yeah.
And I've gone through your articles, like I said to you, like I follow you very closely. And almost all the candidates don't meet some certain criteria that you have in your mind. Like there's just something wrong with each one of them.
Um, not really. You know, I've been, and this one I want to thank so much KTN News for being able to, you know, give us the live interviews. Most of the other stations don't. So they've been able to really, and we've been following so much. So if you've been following these interviews, you will realize that these candidates, some of them are below PAM, and some of them are actually very much qualified. But some of them, they might be qualified by just, you know, at the interview, I mean, you know, speaking and all that. And what Kenyans need to understand is that, you know, actually Kenyans don't understand these things. And let me just put it out there. When we say a public participation process, like the judiciary, I mean, the recruitment of the Chief Justice, Kenyans need to come up. I mean, you just need to wake up, you walk to the JC, and you present a letter of a complaint. Say, Mimi, I'm complaining about this person and this person and this person. Kenyans don't even know that. Or even some of them know, but they don't take it seriously. They think it's just a joke. Now, because I'm a blogger and I've decided to, you know, venture into issues to do with the judiciary, I took it upon myself. I looked at the candidates who are, you know, who were put there, I mean, who were shortlisted, and I mean, I started looking at them. You know, when you want to complain about someone, you must have credible information about that person. And your complaints must be genuine complaints that are actually you can back them by the Constitution. So I realized that I have, you know, I cannot complain about everybody, but I realized I have two candidates, and these two candidates, I complained about them. I wrote two affidavits and I took them there, and one of them was really hammered very hard. That is Zamba Gitonga. My affidavit was used to hammer him very hard. Now, when it came to Smokin Wanjala, they left out my affidavit, and actually not mine alone, and some other people had also complained against the candidate. So that's me participating beyond just blogging.
Yeah.
You know, most people will just write something and disappear, or just stay there. These people we call keyboard warriors. You see that, you'll just make noise there and that is it.
Yeah.
So, no,
You take it to the next level.
to the next level. Like, for example, you look at Boniface Mwangi, he will just make noise online, then he'll organize a demonstration. I mean, he's also trying to take it beyond online. This is where, I mean, blogging needs to go. What I'm trying to bring out here is, if you have passion in blogging, and your blogging is, for example, judiciary, or if politics and all that, we need to have a situation whereby you do things beyond just writing. I mean, if you're against a certain candidate, I could write 100 articles against Wanjala, but that is not enough. So I decided, these articles I'm writing here, I have my two legs. Let me walk to JC, present my affidavit there. And actually, I'm moving to court again to stop the whole process of recruitment of JC. Now, this is what we call blogging taken a notch higher.
So why do you want to stop the process, though?
They have ignored issues that we've raised. If you look at the Administrative Act, you also look at the Access to Information Act. The two acts actually, these are the acts that Justice Ndungu used, I mean Justice yes, Ndungu used to give the judgment about, you know, these guys who had been locked out of the recruitment. The ruling was that they have to be interviewed. So the ruling was based on the two acts. That's the Administrative Act, and of course the Access to Information. If you're not going to use my complaints or my affidavit to interview the guy, then you need to give me information as to why you didn't use it. That is in the Constitution, it is in the Administrative Act, and I have not been given information as to why my complaints against Wanjala have not been used. So what I'm asking JC to do is to recall Smokin Wanjala and re-interview him, ask him the questions that I've raised against him, or if they can't do that beyond today, on Monday I'll be in court to stop the process.
So do you consider then yourself successful, for example, with such a process when they use your affidavit to carry out the interrogation process? Is that a point of success for you?
For me, I want to say it is a point of success, because this is where we need blogging to move to. You know, political blogging is different from fashion blogging.
Yeah.
Fashion is a bit more practical. If you want to tell people, hii nguo ni mzuri, you need to have it there. You see that? You need to have it so that people can see. So in politics, we don't need to shout online and just say smoking is bad. I mean, smoking has done A, B, C, D. Just move and prove it in court. That's why I'm moving to court. I want to prove my case. I have a prima facie case that I can prove in court.
Where do you draw your inspiration?
That's an expected question because in blogging, most of the time, people, I just think people don't have sort of inspiration to blog per se, but I have a commitment inside myself. I always feel good when we do good to the other people. I always feel good if we have a nation whereby we all of us are happy. You know, the income distribution is, you know, the income disparities in this country are quite so high.
Yeah.
We've been able to fundraise for people who are sick online. And, you know, you can fundraise up to maybe 1 million. Someone needs only 2 million. But you look at our politicians and how, you know, they behave. Someone can just use like 3 million in maybe entertainment somewhere. Yeah. But we have people who are suffering. Look at what's happening at Kenya National Hospital. You realize people are suffering, the cancer patients are suffering. And you try to understand what is the problem. I mean, we are wasting a lot of, you know, resources elsewhere. You know, all of those things put together really give me an inspiration. In blogging, it's not about making noise. It's about passing information to the ordinary mwananchi from the ordinary perspective. That's why I say bloggers are those people, the ordinary guys make good bloggers than just, professionals like journalists, lawyers, and all that. They don't make good bloggers. Bloggers is about, you know, communicating to the ordinary human being out there. And you need to be feeling what they're feeling. You need to have them at your heart. So, you know, by the end of the day, we need these things to be streamlined, and we need to have a very good situation whereby everybody is feeling that they are catered for. But that one cannot happen in this country. So as a blogger, that's where I get my inspiration from.
But when you say it can't happen in this country, then I would ask, so then why do it? So you've told them, Wananchi, you've passed on enlightenment, I am informed, I know, you've gone to court, maybe nothing will happen. And then tomorrow I wake up, I pick up another agenda, push it, maybe something happens, maybe it doesn't. So why do it if you think it cannot happen in this country?
That's quite an interesting question. Let me tell you something, my dear. I remember Martin Luther King saying that this world is going to perish. It's not because of those people who do evil, or those people who kill each other, I mean, all those people who do all these bad things, but because of those good people who see the bad things and keep silent. I also remember another a great leader who said that we are going to perish when we throw away our right to speak. Nothing can happen. We've made a lot of noise in this country, and some of the things we've been making noise about, they don't happen. But what do? Are you going to keep silent or just sit there and watch? No, you can't. You will keep speaking. You will keep speaking. Speak, talk, until talk.
Hoping something breaks.
Just talk. Keep on talking. Don't stop. I mean talk. Continue talking. Never stop talking. And that's the essence of actually change. Change just doesn't come like that. I mean, even if it takes 100 years. You know, people admire America too much. Like, America has done a lot of stuff. But these people have come from far. These people have done a lot of things. They have been speaking for the last 200 years. I mean, these guys have spoken for a long time. Now, since in Kenya, we just started speaking in 2000. 10 years have not even gone by. And here we are saying, we speak a lot, but nothing happens.
Yeah.
We will speak. Doesn't mean where you're speaking from Jubilee, you're speaking from Code, continue speaking.
Yeah.
Just speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe then, if we are to talk, do you think there's need to have balance where we're shedding light on what's wrong, yes, what needs to change, what needs to be revised, but also at the same time sharing the good news? There must be good news.
And this is where now I want to draw a very sharp line between bloggers who are aligned to the government and the ones who are aligned to the opposition. Okay. We know all of them. It is so unheard of to find a blogger who is aligned to opposition, speaking good of anything that is happening on the side of the government. The government is there to do things for the people. And it has to do things for the people. But now, in this country, we have come to a situation whereby we are branding everything as PR. You see, a president just takes off his time and goes to inspect a SGR from Mombasa to Nairobi. You come up and say that is PR. You see, the president goes to Mombasa. You know, he settles the land problem in Mombasa that has been actually, it has been there since time immemorial in this country. Every successful government tells the people we need to, you know, eradicate the land problem in Mombasa. The president is trying to do that, and he has actually done it. The other day gave out 10,000 title deeds. What do you say? You say he's doing kazi ya clerks. I mean, that's what they say, and they say that is PR. You see, the president, you know, people have not even, you go around Nairobi, you see the southern bypass. You look at all the roads here in Nairobi. I mean, it's so beautiful. These are the things that are being done. But objectivity from the side of bloggers on the side of code is not there. And what you see is they always say this is PR. I mean, you will never, ever satisfy human beings. And therefore, there is a need for us to highlight those good things that have been done. This is a country, for God's sake, and we have a budget. And that budget, you cannot bring that budget and say, I want to settle everything in this country. You can never settle everything at one time. Even Singapore did not arise from third world country to first world country within a year or 5 years. Yeah. It took a lot of time. So what I'm saying here is there are good things in this country, and as Kenyans, we need to stop being hypocrites. We need to start appreciating the good things in this country. Look at the situation of security at the moment. We don't see grenades in Nairobi, but look at it 3 years ago or 2 years ago. We were dying. I mean, we were Somali. I mean, it was an organized Somali, sort of. I mean, those ones are not there. But people don't understand. People just think Al-Shabaab have, you know, left the country. No. It is the security apparatus in this country that have changed that. They have put down serious measures. That why you can even see the foiled attack in Mombasa. I mean, things have changed. But who is appreciating that? Does even people remember we used to have grenades here? They don't. These bloggers don't even remember that. They don't even say, okay, we've spent 1 year without a grenade in Nairobi. Ah, that's so good. We don't appreciate. So there is need for bloggers, either in both sides, to be able to bring out the good things that are happening, both in government, of course, and in the opposition.
So where do you find time to write in your busy schedule as we wind up your blog, kenyanherald.com? You're very consistent. Like almost every other day, there's an article there.
Yeah, there are actually even 2 articles that are coming today.
Okay.
Okay, for me, I have... like my other friend normally says, that I'm here for a long time. I'm not here for a short time. You can go. I mean, you can
Which
go.
Which other friend?
He knows himself. He uses that phrase along, and I know he's watching. What I'm saying is, if you go to bloggers, for example, you go and look at the list, this list by BAKE, Bloggers Association. You realize that some of those bloggers who even won Bloggers Awards for last year have closed down their blogs. What I'm talking about here is I'm here for a long time, and I have serious strategies. It's not all about just blogging. We are going to... Actually, I have 4 guys who blog there, 4 guys who gather information. Mine is writing. Yeah. Everything on my blog, I write it myself. Yes. But I have 4 guys that I intend to bring on board. Yeah. We intend to have an office for the blog, and we intend to have information flowing in. We may be even going to have even 5 articles a day. Ours is not news. Yes. It's not about the news. That one KTN can do it for us. But ours is articles trying to explain issues that are happening in the society, judiciary, and politics. So I have time. I actually do it most of the time in the evenings. It's sort of when I'm relaxing. It gets me thinking, gives me energy, and something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Are you a family man?
Yeah, I'm a family man. Actually, I'm a family man.
Okay.
I'm married.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your last words to aspiring bloggers?
One thing I can tell them is stop being so hyperreactive, and cool yourselves down and do your own thing. The reason why I'm saying that is you'll find these guys are all over, making noise all over just to get noticed. That's not how to do blogging. Cool yourselves down, sit down in your house, and do your own thing. Just do your own thing. Do it with passion. and in a few days, you'll be where you want to be.
Mutai, all the best.
Thank
you
you.
so much for
Thank
this
you.
invigorating conversation.
Thank you so much.
And there you have it, Books and Blogs. Our guest today at It's Mutai on Twitter. Follow him if you can. Our hashtag is KTN Life and Style. And if you're an author or a blogger and you'd like the opportunity to just share your story, have a conversation with me, just let us know. Use the hashtag KTN Life and Style or my Twitter handle at Kath Mwangi. We take a break. When we come back, we learn how to make money.
We're going to talk about something in particular today concerning money, and that is investing in the stock exchange.
We play with what we call the safer stocks. Then as you get to understand how the industry works, as you get to understand what controls the industry, then you can be able to sort of like play on the more riskier end.